Thank you very much. Well, if this is the friendliest place in the entire state of New York, I don't think I'm ever leaving. And it is truly God's country here. Faith, thank you for that beautiful rendition of a song that I've never heard quite sung like that. It is so inspiring. I want to thank you for bringing your talents here to us. Let's give Faith Mahali another round of applause for that. Jennifer Carney Icon, I want to thank you for leading this incredible place. It's extraordinary. I got a peek at the pool even. Maureen, my good friend, Maureen Cahill, tells me it's 23 years in the making to have that swimming pool. So little kids a long time ago were waiting. They can bring their kids. That's how long it took. But it's visionaries like those and many of the leaders that we have here today that really are profoundly changing people's lives. And that's what this center is all about. For over 100 years, a gathering place, and I know many of you realize that this must be preserved, not just for us today, but for generations to come. So I want to thank former Assemblyman Fred Thiel. Fred, where are you? Fred, thank you. Thank you for all you did for this. Tommy John, our new Assembly member, Schiavone, Tommy John Schiavone. Ann Welker, our county legislator, and Kathy Burke Gonzalez, our town supervisor. Former supervisor of East Hampton, Peter Van Scoydek is here. Peter. And again, Jennifer and Maureen, thank you. Thank you. Extraordinary. Thank you. And all the town board members, because I'm a former town board member and we never get recognized. If you're a town board member, raise your hand. We'll recognize you as well. There we go. There we go. Town board. Do they still do things like they used to do to me when I was on the town board? Like when you go grocery shopping at midnight after you finish the budget and you're trying to get home because your kids need cereal for breakfast in the morning and they start talking about how a snow plow that you're in charge of hit their mailbox. Did that happen down here? I go, oh, that wouldn't happen here, would it? I'm from Buffalo. But no, you're very right in front of the public, and I do miss that sometimes, that direct engagement. So, but it is a beautiful, beautiful day here. And again, back to Fred, you know, he is responsible for delivering $1.7 million that he fought for to this project. I want to thank him. And we have DASNY, our State Dormitory Authority, also put in money, but you know, you think about places like this. You know, I know the community's anxious to see the Aquatic Center. I know you need some approvals. If you need something from the state, you got it right now. Do you need anything from the state on that? I'll just give me a pen. I hate government bureaucracy. Always have, always will. Tommy, let's get it done. But I cannot wait to see the children experiencing that opportunity to learn to swim. And my God, if you don't know how to swim in this area and you go in the water, it could be life-threatening. So this will literally save people's lives. And for our seniors, the incredible therapy they can get by being in the water. It relaxes all the muscles. I know what I'm talking about. I've had, I got to tell you one thing. The residence that I live in, blessed to live in up in Albany, was the former home of Franklin Roosevelt and Teddy Roosevelt. But Franklin Roosevelt, as you know, had polio. So he turned the greenhouse into a therapy pool, very narrow, but there's a way to get him in there from his wheelchair, and every day he would do this to relax his muscles. So I didn't want to break tradition, so I go in that pool every day too and relax my muscles as well. That's why I'm so calm. So I know that water is very therapeutic, whether it's in a pool or just this magnificent community where you get to look at the water anytime you want. This is God's gift to the world. Montauk and the eastern part of our beautiful Long Island here. And so what you're doing here is I saw the people playing pickleball. Any other pickleball players here? Man, they're a competitive bunch. I mean, I thought it was a game. This is like a blood sport in some of these communities. And I actually like it too. I'm very competitive, or I probably wouldn't be where I am today. But places like this for families to feel at home, connected, pass on traditions to each other. and for seniors to interact with children and families. It's really special to me as New York's first mom governor. I mean, it's all about the kids and families being able to be connected. And that's really what I'm trying to do all over the state. You know, we launched a $100 million initiative talking about how we can help some of the older pools across our state be refurbished, and community centers and places for particularly our kids to gather. I mean, I'm so focused on public safety and keeping every New Yorker safe, but sometimes our younger kids, teenagers, they don't have other creative outlets, healthy outlets, and they are gravitated, they draw into the streets. And so we've invested a tremendous amount of money for projects like that. And also, you know, I'm very focused on getting young people outside and offline, because you know, whether you have teenagers or nieces and nephews as I do, my kids are older now. I'm a grandma, by the way, little 1-month-old. It's fun, little 3-year-old. But you can't help but notice there's been a dramatic change in the experience of being a young person or teenager. And I have to draw the through line from the rise in addictive algorithms on social media platforms and the fact that these kids cannot even sit 8 hours a day in school without constantly staring at this and being bombarded with notifications. And so I'm really proud, and I hope you are as well, that I've decided we're going to save this next generation of kids and take away the cell phones during the school day. The teachers will be so appreciative. It starts in a couple of weeks. That's how we save the next generation. Our kids will be smarter, more well-educated, more adjusted. They'll actually know how to make something called eye contact. And they'll laugh again in the halls, and they'll do it. One young girl told me, and I've been on a 1.5-year journey. I've been every corner of the state talking about this. And one girl said, she said, we know we should put down the phone. We know it's because I'm looking at it all day long because I'm being mocked out for what I'm wearing, and people are gathering in the bathroom and they're not inviting me, and they're talking about plans on the, and she goes, I'm so stressed out. If I put it down, I'm going to miss out on something. And I said, oh, you've got to put it down, sweetheart. She said, you've got to save us from ourselves. And when a child says that to you, you know you have to do something. There's young people all over our state like that. So I hope you're proud that we are the largest state in America to adopt a bell-to-bell cell phone free experience starting in a couple weeks. So if you have kids, start weaning them. It's going to be tough. Here, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a tough experience, but so worth it as I talk to teenagers in schools where they've already done this. And one girl said to me, I have my first friend in person ever. She is in middle school. She never had a real friend because they don't talk to each other. So this is what I'm kind of off script, but I'm in a community center, I'm thinking about kids, and so many of you are parents or grandparents or know people as family members. Let's get people ready for that. But so I'm going to continue making these investments. You know, we've invested more in swimming pools than any time since the New Deal, and investing in places for young people to gather and our seniors to gather. So I will continue that effort, but you did it right here. You did it right here, and I'm so impressed with this building that could have been torn down. Maureen was telling me that people were talking about possibly tearing this down. What a crime that would have been. And all of you knew the value of this in this magnificent community, and I thank all of you for stepping up and saving this masterpiece. There's another issue I want to chat about before I got it. Thank you. Other less fun issues we talk about water, we're going to also talk about fire. And I know it's a very frightening time for the people out this way, living out here, when we had the brush fire and it required the closure of Montauk Highway, the Long Island Railroad out here, and literally the community was almost cut off completely. And I know that's kind of a helpless feeling, and it's frightening, and this is happening more and more throughout our country. And again, I never miss a chance to thank our local fire departments for all they do. Our volunteers are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. But we have to address the root causes of the fires, and there's this little creature, the southern pine beetle, which is the cause for much of this now, because it can destroy a healthy tree in a matter of months. this invasive species. And so I wanted to know we're on this because I told my team, get on it. We cannot, I mean, the people are so worried about this spreading to their homes and businesses, and this could have gone everywhere. Look what happened in Los Angeles right around that time. People saw those images and they're terrified. We're going to lose our beautiful communities. So we got involved in our Office of Parks and Recreation. I just wanted to announce this here today, to a $2.2 million contract to manage the ongoing fire hazards as a result of the southern pine beetles. So what we're trying to do is prevent flare-ups. There you go. Got to do something. Thank you. Thank you. This will help reduce the fire in our Nappy State Park, our Hither Hill State Park. We've got to protect our state parks. And also we're going to have staffing around the clock during these dry seasons. Staffing around the clock. It's that early warning. If you catch it early enough, we might be able to prevent countless acres of devastation. So we'll make sure it's reported very quickly. So if you think of any other ideas for us to do, you're the experts, you're on the ground. If there's something else we can do to protect your community from what has been happening, I want to do that as well, because you know, you live in such a beautiful place. I hope you appreciate it. As someone who doesn't get to hear nearly as often as I would like to someday, I just hope you know you have something really special here. It's the natural wonder here, the beauty, God's gift of nature, but also a tight-knit community that cares about each other. Never take that for granted. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. And with that, let me invite up maybe the most popular person around here, our supervisor, Kathy Burke-Gonzalez. We've worked together a long time. I want to thank you so much for your leadership of this extraordinary community. Come on up and say a few words.